Skionetlina, Ogito at Galanidi, Aleshkushkis, Delishkajistagawi. Father, thank you for this time and fellowship together. Lord, thank you for helping us all come together and for the come together for the betterment of the Cherokee people, Lord, and help us to work with the mind of Christ and continue to put our people first and our communities, help our communities going forward, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Shelly, can you do the roll call, please?
Yes, sir. E.O. Smith.
Here.
Lisa Hall. Sasha Black Fox Qualls. Danny Callison. Julia Coates. Joe Deere. Mike Dobbins. Kevin Easley. Johnny Kidwell. Daryl Legg. Dora Petzkowski. Cody Poindexter. Joshua Sam. Mike Shambaugh. Melbina Shot Pouch. Condessa Teehee. Victoria Vasquez. We have a quorum.
You second? Okay. All right, we're going to start the reports with David Moore, Management Resources.
Good afternoon. Good to see everybody here. Sorry I missed last one. We were a little busy in Claremore, and it was just an honor to be able to go help our citizens the way we did because they really needed it. I don't know if any of y'all got to go there, but Lord have mercy, it wasn't trees. They were monster trees that were down. You had to have equipment to do it. So I know y'all have a report. Happy to answer any questions. I do want to thank, Chief, Deputy Chief, and you guys for the support with our budgets and stuff, because if we didn't have those, we wouldn't be able to buy the equipment we had on hand to help our citizens through that storm. Something else. So, any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them.
How many days were y'all up there?
Well, we were there 2 weeks straight, and then we went up there the morning after and did some stuff, and then emergency management, working with Claremore and stuff. Claremore, they didn't want anybody in town for a while, so there was a few days we didn't get to go do anything. But we went to Salina that first morning after. We're about halfway between Claremore, just a couple miles there from Will Rogers Downs, and did some stuff, and then the city was like, no, it's too dangerous, too many wires down, too many electric lines. So the marshals went through Salina and said, they need you here. So we went to Salina, and I'm going to tell you what, those people were out there with little equipment. They had a little tractor with a front end loader, just a few little things, but they had shovels, brooms. They were after it. They were working their tails off, and you would have thought, the heroes were coming to town when we pulled in with all of our equipment. I mean, they were just besides themselves, and thank you left and right for, Cherokee Nation helping and stuff. They were, but it's amazing. I mean, I've been around a lot of storms and different things, and it's unreal. It's a miracle that there weren't more deaths, because these trees that were down were huge, and some of them you're thinking, how did they not hit that house? I mean, it was unreal. I mean, if you didn't go see it, man, it's hard to explain.
Anyone got any questions? Councilman Callison?
Yeah, David and your crew, thank you from the Salina area, the Claremore area. We did appreciate that, and they had a little get together about 2 weeks ago and invited all the people that helped, and I know you didn't get an opportunity to go, but they're still thanking you for opening Main Street back up again, where they could actually get to the residents to help them.
Yeah, it was, and that was what was really neat too, is instant gratification. As soon as you showed up, I mean, they were falling all over you. I mean, anywhere we went for the help, because they were, the first day or so, they're in shock. They don't know what they need to do. And then we show up with all this equipment, and they're like, oh my gosh, so they just didn't have to look for thank you, I guess is the easiest way to say, because everybody was very appreciative. We had people letting us put stuff in their yard so we could get to the other stuff. So it was, everybody helped everybody. So it's pretty neat to be a part of stuff like that. Thank you. Thank you guys for letting us have that ability to go do it.
All right. Kevin?
Yeah, I wanted to say the same thing. I mean, I spent a couple weeks going to houses and finding people that needed help, and sent the word on to get crews out there. And I don't know how many Cherokee constituents came and to me afterwards and were just, I mean, profusely thankful. Some of them with tears in their eyes.
Oh, wow.
And so anyways, you all did great work out there.
Well,
And thank
I'll
you.
pass that on. I
Thank you
really
from
will.
District 14.
Well, thank you. And, I mean, we had one lady that we were helping her, and she said, well, I'm one of them people that was on Facebook bashing y'all. She, I was like, what for? She's like, because y'all wasn't here. I said, the emergency management in Claremore area told us to stay out of town for a few days, and here we are. And she's like, well, I wish I'd have known that, But, so everybody doesn't get all the details, I mean, we don't want to run into something and somebody get hurt, so it had to be safe. When they let us go, we went, so,
Yeah, for people who were upset that maybe they thought it didn't come quick enough, I'd
right,
like to ask them where the state of Oklahoma was.
There you go,
Where
yeah.
the feds were,
yeah,
because I sure didn't
exactly.
see anybody from those
Yeah.
groups.
And Sean's still out there, every day, he's still out there helping, and this Gadugi Corps has allowed us, that's what's awesome, it's allowed us to help him, help more citizens, so, I don't know, I just love helping our people, especially when they need it like this. It's such a good feeling to know that our chief, our deputy chief, our council, everybody's behind us to go help people. It is so awesome. I mean, we all know. I mean, it's so much easier if everybody's pushing the same way. So we appreciate the guys, literally, the guys I mean, they were just like, let's go. I expected to have 5 guys there. What was it, Sunday? I can't remember what day it was, like Sunday morning. I had 15 guys show up on a holiday weekend to go help. I mean, they love to help our citizens. And, I mean, they're just ready. I mean, when they heard Salina needs you there, I was like, I almost had to get out of the way. I mean, they were ready to go. So it's pretty cool. It really is.
That's awesome. Anybody else? Speaker?
Hate to be repetitive, but, everything that they'd said, I even talked to you that morning
Yeah.
for Lewitt on the phone, and I can tell you that they said they never would have been able to do, and they did, what happened in Salina wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys doing it with your equipment. They couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
So they were so happy. And, we talked about Claremore and about some of the stuff that was going on. You warned me what was going on over there, so, yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
it really
horrible.
was.
And, but when I talked to emergency management and they said that, when they got a hold of you guys and you guys were raring to go, and they said they just, said Salina, you guys were, they're just there in like a snap. So, you represented us well, and you always do. And it's good to see that, I don't know if the governor ever went out there. I don't know if they declared a state of emergency. I didn't see that. But I did see Cherokee workers, doing most of the work in our own community. So, again, you guys did a really, really good job, and you did a really good thing. So, and it is fulfilling whenever you
is.
can help people like that. I know you're sincere about it,
Yeah.
and that's what's, what we're so proud of you for.
Yeah.
And, we're actually, we're getting ready to have this task force meeting, a task force meeting. And we're going to talk a little bit about, what kind of equipment we might need. So,
Yeah.
you'll, I'm sure you're going to be contacted. We need your input. We need emergency management input, and the council who are, who are on this, I'm sure, they're gonna have some questions too. But
Yeah.
we all need to have input so next time,
Right.
I think you guys did a great job. You really did, but we will be better. And that's the goal in anything. I don't
yes.
care what you do. Experience
Right.
is the best teacher you'll ever have, and we'll be even better next
Yeah.
time, I think.
Exactly. And that's part of why I was mentioning the budgets and stuff. I mean, these last few budgets we've had, y'all have passed for us, we've actually been able to not just replace wore-out equipment, but improve, get a little better. And we literally just bought a mini excavator, which is not a mini, it's about a mid-size one. Without that one piece of tool, I mean, we'd still be up there. I mean, because that thing, doing our job, helping our citizens was so much safer and faster with that piece of equipment. Because these trees weren't just laying down on the ground, they were twisted up and everything. So you had to really look at what you were doing when you went in to start cutting. So And we wouldn't have been able to do that without budgets being passed, and without, chief, deputy chief telling us, get this stuff in your budgets, get it out there. And I don't know, it blows me away to be able to help people, and that I'm not the only one wanting it. Everybody wants it, so it's really, I don't know, I can't even explain it. It's good to know I'm out there sweating and doing something, and y'all are back here going, do they need anything else? What else how can we help them? I mean, that's a good feeling to know people have your back that way. It really is. And I mean, I retired from the fire department, so I am used to running into a burning building, or was, not no more. But that situation, I mean, I've been around those people. They have no clue. I mean, they're shell-shocked. They don't. And then when they woke up from this a day or two later, and they see monster trees laying around their houses, they go right back in it, because it's like, they don't have a clue how they can get rid of that stuff. I mean, I think one of my pictures shows a tree in Salina. It was unreal. They had 3 cars mashed up under it. And we didn't even see those 3 cars when we first got there. It was crazy. But,
Well, I'll end by saying this, there were some people bashing the Cherokee
Yep.
Nation, saying we didn't do anything, we know better, we know what you did. And as you're going to find later on in a meeting coming up, there's a lot of people who revel in other people's hard times.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they look upon it to turn it into either political or
Yeah.
or whatever they're doing. It's just they're not truths, and they're lies. And we know that, but don't ever let anything like that. You're doing
oh,
right.
yeah. I do.
So I just wanted to say that that is it's not the Cherokee way.
But what was
So,
really neat is we didn't hear it from anybody in this group. We didn't hear it from anybody in admin. It's just go.
Yep.
And that's what helps. Social media is social media. It's going to be there no matter what, so.
But we'll get to the point where if something happens, we'll have protocol in where you are,
Yep.
we're all going to be on the same page immediately.
Yep.
So it'll be good, but you did good anyway. Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'll pass that on.
All right, anyone else? I'll make one observation. We may have a little problem over at Marble City, there's not enough outside basketball goals out there.
You're getting too much participation down there, aren't y'all?
And
It's awesome. That's
every kid
what
in Marble
it's for.
City shoots them big old long threes. I was gonna
Oh.
shoot the other day with them, I can't even throw it up there as far as they were shooting.
Well, that's an awesome problem to have,
They're really-
actually.
they're really
Too
enjoying
much is
that.
Good.
They really are.
That is awesome.
Anyone else?
That is very good.
Yeah,
Thank y'all very much. We really do. All the guys, I mean, we appreciate what y'all do for us, because, if y'all would have been there Sunday morning to see the guys that showed up, it'd probably blown y'all away, because it did me. It floored me. I did. I expected 5 guys there with me. 15 of them. We were like, whoa. So, thank y'all very much.
Thank you. All right, Real Estate Services, Ginger Reeves.
Good afternoon. I think you have my report. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to address them.
Anyone got any questions? No? Short and
Thank you.
sweet.
Thank you.
Secretary of Natural Resources,
Can I have one comment?
you bet, anytime.
Because I was getting worked up a little. This is another thing too that went very well with this, is the way we all work together. Christina's group, we were all on the same page together, working together. And when all these agencies and everybody comes together, Housing Authority showed up with dump trucks for us and everything. So it wasn't just our facilities. The way everybody just pitched in was awesome, from you guys, the admin, their team, our team. It took everybody, Sean's team. It was really fulfilling to see everybody pull together. And I'm sorry I didn't put that in at first. It was a big deal to me, so I appreciate y'all.
Resources and Environmental Program. I'm sorry. Juliet, go ahead.
Just a quick thing. David, could I sit with you for a moment after the meeting?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Didn't see. All right, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I have a few things in addition to my report that you have. One thing, AG Harsha talked about this earlier in rules, the reciprocal agreement that was signed for hunting and fishing across all 5 reservations, which is huge and a really big win for us and our citizens. So just, if you have any questions about that, I can take those as well. One thing I wanted to let you know about, we are working on a research project related to the landfill and a potential price increase for our tonnage rate. The tonnage rate that we have currently has been in place for, I tried to go back in time and determine when that rate was created. It's by far the lowest in the state. And we are, as you know, prices are increasing across the board everywhere. And so we're looking at a potential increase to that rate. It will take into account tribal citizens, to try to reduce the impact on our citizens and things like that. But I just wanted to let you know that that's a project that we're working on, and before that's implemented, I will report back to you all as to what we're thinking about doing to make sure that it's a good balance between, operations for the landfill and our citizens and all of those impacts. So just wanted to give you a heads up about that. Another thing, I wanted to give a shout out to some folks in our department. We have been writing grants furiously, and by we, I do not mean me, but Sydney and Kristen and Allie, and there's just a lot of people in our department that have really been pulling together and pulling off some very large grant applications. They've been almost like 95% successful with every application that they've submitted in the last year, which is huge. One of them, we got invasive species funding. It's a preliminary award. We haven't received the actual paperwork, but we've been told for additional funding for feral swine. We have talked to the USDA about employing someone to work with their team so that we have our own Cherokee citizen that is full-time feral swine response that's going to work with USDA and their team that are already doing this work. So that's going to be a really big impact, I think, for our citizens in that area. We also got a preliminary award for invasive species to address the Bradford pear issue. Bradford pears are extremely invasive. They're not a native species, and if you've noticed a field that hasn't been brush hogged in a while, it's just nothing but Bradford pears. And so we've got some funding to try to address that across our reservation and get rid of some of these that are just taking over some of the otherwise good grazing fields are being impacted. So that's great. We also got some additional funding for forestry, so for some prescribed burns and things on some of our tribal properties. So those are just a few of them. I mean, they just keep rolling in, and the feedback that we're getting from our team on the quality of their applications is pretty outstanding, so I'm excited about that. Another thing, the holiday bass tournament, or I'm sorry, not the bass tournament, the Jason Christie Fishing Day, which is the holiday kids derby. We are moving that from the complex to the pond behind the casino. I'm going to probably report that next month as well, just because it's been historically here for so long. I want people to know it has been moved to the pond behind the casino. So if you could let people know that. August 31st is when the controlled hunt applications will close. They're opening August 1st, this year's draw hunts. So they open August 1st, close August 31st, and we'll announce them shortly after that. It'll be the same divisions as last year, so we'll have youth, veteran, speaker, an open category for any citizen at all, and then elders as well. So those are the categories we've got for this year. So those are just a few things that I wanted to highlight in addition to my report, and I'd be glad to take any questions you have.
Any questions? Mr. Callison?
Yes, Christine, on the hunting and fishing license, they've asked me, basically the eastern half of Oklahoma, is there a map or something maybe that we could post that could show the folks where they're able to hunt and fish with their tribal card?
I believe that that's already been added to our website. Okay, if it hasn't, it's in the process of being added. So our GIS department created that map, working with Lane to get that uploaded to our website.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Speaker?
Just had 2 phone calls within the last week about pigs from different people that they've been coming in yards, just tearing the yards up, and they were asking me if we had any programs, and I had told them we don't at this time, but we are working on it. So I will give them an update that hopefully in the near future we'll have something to offer our citizens who are having problems, because there is a ton, and they're everywhere. So
Yeah.
Leo said he's still got a bad problem down there too, and so do I.
It's pretty exciting, this particular program with USDA. They have a lot of expertise. They've been doing this for a while, and so whoever we hire will be able to work hand in hand with them and sort of lessen their load a little bit and give us a direct point of contact. So I think this is a good
Hey,
expansion.
if you take a helicopter and shoot him out of the helicopter, I want to go. So I want to volunteer for that.
There might be a line
I'm
for
sure.
that.
Go ahead. Lisa?
Where the holiday bass tournament's going to be hosted?
As of right now, do you remember what? I will get back to you, Lisa. I
Okay.
can't remember exactly where they hold it and if they're holding it in the same place as last year, but I'll get you information.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? That's good news on the hogs. You know, people tell me that, you know, when they hit them with those helicopters, those old smart hogs, they hear it coming, they hide, and all we're killing are just the young ones. But anything we do is great. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No? All right. Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right. Old business, non-pending. New business, non-pending. Next meeting is going to be Monday, August 12th at 2 p.m. I need a motion. Motion to adjourn. Second. There it is.